At Hello Every Day, we're enhancing autonomy and relationships. Hear how from someone who has used the technology from day one. Meet Joan, our pioneer user and a WLLO Village member, as she shares her story with Mark, the inventor and co-founder of Hello Every Day.
Okay, take one, and hopefully one of one. So I'll go ahead and introduce this. So my name's Mark Levitt, and I'm involved with this new invention to help older adults live independently with confidence. And I'm here with Joan Nelson, who is our absolute first pioneer user. I think you've had it for, is it 18 months now? Coming close to 18 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're going to kind of tell that story. So I've been a volunteer for WLLO Village, which is a community of older adults here in Lake Oswego, Oregon. And I joined as a tech support volunteer. I'm a nerd. I'm into technology. By the way, I'm in the age group of this community. I'm 75 years old. And I've noticed that technology is not being designed for us, for older adults. It's designed for kids who flip through things instantly, and it doesn't work well for us. And I noticed that the people in this village were really more frustrated by technology than helped by it. So that's the genesis of this invention. So maybe, Joan, tell us a little bit about your experience and what it seemed like to you at first.
Well, I think we should start with in our village, there was a person, a member, who was athletic and wonderful and active and hiked and younger than most of us. And she had a medical incident, and she was in her house for 2 days before anyone found her. And ultimately, she did not make it through. And with Mark and the concern of the other people in the village that we didn't want this to happen again, this came about. And Mark created this little device, which you can see right over there. And what that device does is it notifies the village once a day that I've been up and moving before 12:30 in the afternoon. And if I have not been, then what it would do is call the village team would call me. And if I didn't answer over a certain period of time, then they might call my neighbor if they have my neighbor's information. And if they didn't answer, they'd call my emergency contact. This is not a medical device. It's not there to serve medical, but it lets people know that you're okay, and it lets people know if you need some assistance. And for me, I've been single my whole life, and although not all days do I feel old, it is just this background comfort. And starting the project, we had a bunch of villagers get together and work with Mark to figure out we didn't want it to be intrusive. We didn't want it to be collecting data that wasn't necessary. And it does those things. It's just a very quiet background that I know that either somebody knows I'm okay or somebody knows that something's wrong. And once a day, that's it. And it's just a quiet comfort that I really appreciate being a single person. I probably could have used it when I was younger. And the second part of this, and the team really talked to Mark about what they wanted to see, what they didn't want in terms of evasion. And as the first member, I have a cat, and that's a cat tree. And his tail goes up like this, and it does not set it off. Mark has worked to deal with my cat, and I have a dog, and he has a big dog. Animals do not set this off. It's a human being detective. All right. So, and then with this is some software that in our village of members, it connects us. So, and his picture comes up and his phone number, and all I have to do is push the little doohickey on the app and it will call Mark. Or I can text Mark. The software also manages the daily notices that I'm okay. The pictures we found with our group, that lots of times some of us don't remember names. The pictures help us identify. Oh, we saw that person at coffee, and I told her I was going to do something, and there we go.
That's one of the most embarrassing things for me as I've gotten older, is when I can't connect a face to a name, and they think I don't like them or I'm antisocial. So I was really happy to include the pictures in there, because before we have a coffee, I go like this to make sure I know everybody's name. I've told you my secret. Every day we're hearing about hackers finding ways to get to your camera or the microphone on your phone and spy on you. And one of my passions is that technology should be serving and delighting us, older adults, not frustrating us or spying on us or spamming us or scamming us. And so immediately decided I didn't want to have a camera or a microphone. Was able to use some technology that used to be very expensive. It's basically like radar. It's when you go to the supermarket and the doors open automatically. It's that technology that sees you with a radio signal, not with a camera. And that's gotten inexpensive enough to put in a little gadget like that now, and small enough. So that was the reason for the design.